After the premiere of the season finale of her show, Kana continues to keep track of people's comments on social media about her performance. Interestingly, she notices that some of them even praise Aqua's acting as he played his part quite professionally despite the lack of experience. While reading these comments, she receives a text message from him in which he asks her to meet him as he wants to talk about something important. Kana feels that he may propose, but when she finally shows up, Aqua reveals that it is actually his sister who wants to have a discussion with her. When they finally sit down to have a talk, Kana asks her to join her idol group that she is forming under Strawberry Productions. Although she says that she needs time to think about it, Kana feels that she obviously cannot do it as it can potentially ruin her acting career. However, Aqua goes on one knee and manages to make her sign a contract with the Strawberry Productions even though she is quite reluctant till the last moment. Meanwhile, he has himself started working a dating show at this point. It turns out that Kaburaji managed to convince him for it with the promise that he will reveal secrets about AI's dating life once the shooting concludes. Aqua feels that this could potentially help him track down his biological father and unravel the mystery around his mother's death. While spending time with Kana, Ruby inquires how she used her free time when she did not get any acting job offers. Kana knows that Ruby is just bored and advises her to study something as it will probably help her get into a good college. She then goes on to explain that idol groups usually do gigs where they sing and dance at clubs or sometimes take media-related jobs as well. But since they have not even thought of a name for their group and do not have any songs as of now, they can't really do anything for now. Ruby then points out that they still don't have any names yet because of Kana's stubbornness, and the fact that she keeps making things extremely hard. It turns out that Kana is actually reluctant because she feels embarrassed about naming her idol group without any track record. That's when Miyako enters the room with a camera. She explains that idols previously used to hand out flyers for their concerts themselves when they started their groups to slowly gain some fan following. But in the modern world, things have changed and she feels that Ruby and Kana must gain popularity through social media. Kana feels that this plan is not that good since they would never amass a big enough following through social media to sell tickets to their concerts. Interestingly, Miyako has already thought about this as well. She points out that Strawberry Productions actually manages some really popular influencers and today she has invited one of them to help Ruby and Kana. That's when a masked man bodybuilder walks into the room and Ruby recognizes him as Payan, the masked strength training YouTuber. Kana does not appear impressed with him at all until Payan reveals that he earns 100 million yen every year through his social media presence. Later, Payan has a brief discussion with Ruby and Kana to understand if they understand what it truly takes to make it as an influencer. Interestingly, he allows the duo to leverage the following of his YouTube channel through a collaboration in which Ruby and Kana have a face reveal following a difficult challenge. When Payan eventually asks them the name of their idol group, Kana tells Ruby that she can pick any name she likes. Interestingly, Ruby decides that they should be called Bikamichi. While Ruby and Kana are working hard to establish their idol group, Aqua continues to work on the reality dating show that has become quite popular. Yuki understands what the viewers want better than anyone else and masterfully exaggerates her own emotional problems to gain sympathy. This works in her favor, and she manages to garner a decent following. But it is not only the viewers who are impressed, even the actors on the show working with her are in awe of her emotional intelligence and ability to ingeniously use her emotional inner conflicts as a tool to garner support. Aqua continues to observe everyone closely and slowly learns what they are like. Among the actors, Akane is the most overwhelmed and has failed to leave any impact. In fact, most viewers don't even notice her. Slowly the entire focus of the dating reality series tilts to the relationship between Yuki and Nobuyuki. Both of them are very smart in front of the camera and know how to carry themselves. This allows them to become popular with each day and Akane feels that she is getting left behind. Meanwhile, her father is not at all happy with her career progression and she overhears him complaining to his manager. She already works hard and doesn't know what else she could possibly do. In order to get some attention on the show, she starts getting closer to Kengo. One day when she is hanging out with him, Yuki asks Kengo to come with her as she naturally feels the need to be at the center of attention at all times. This pushes Akane over the edge, who has felt invisible so far. She decides to stop Yuki, but as she rushes towards her to grab Kengo's arm, she accidentally cuts Yuki's face with her fingernail. Once the episode is released and the viewers learn that Akane accidentally cut Yuki's face, they see this as the expression of hate and insecurity in the former. The comments on social media are therefore really hateful. Naturally, Akane reads as many as she can and is really affected by all the hate projected at her. She feels guilty about the incident and decides that she should apologize publicly, as this is probably the only way she could make things better. When Akane posts a very public apology on social media, the hate only gets more intense and the comments are then even worse. The following day, Emiemcho explains to her that whenever someone apologizes, people see this as an admission of guilt, which in turn is then used by them to justify their own hateful behavior. Things continue to get worse every day and Akane tries to ignore everything as much as possible. Unfortunately, when Akane goes to school, she realizes that the students there are also talking behind her back and they seem to think that she is arrogant. Furthermore, some even argue that she used her career as an excuse to skip classes. Meanwhile, she is told to lay low for now until people forget about the incident and move on. But Akane struggles to keep her mind off all the online hate that she is getting. Even when she is home, Akane constantly checks her phone and the comments about her are naturally not good. Eventually, it appears to her that this entire episode will affect her career as an actress, and could potentially ruin everything she has worked for all these years. Akane feels defeated, but the fellow actors on the dating show continue to shower all their support. Unfortunately, Akane does not feel that she can carry on like this any longer. From a very young age, she has put too much pressure on herself and everything now appears to be sliding out of her hand. One night, she walks outside in the rain and gets to a foot-over bridge. She climbs on the railing and decides to end her life. When she jumps, Aqua appears out of nowhere to pull her back. If it weren't for him, she would have died since the foot-over bridge was built over a busy highway. Luckily, Aqua sensed what was about to happen and saved her life. And this brings the part 6 to an end. Comment for part 7. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on another anime recaps videos. Until next time, take care.